Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. I thank you for joining me. I'm actually doing this podcast driving to work, actually. But don't worry, I'm on hands-free. But we're going to finish up chapter 17 today. And my apologies with missing the show yesterday. The way my schedule worked out, I just was not able to hop on the computer. So my apologies on that. But as like I said, we're going to finish up Matthew chapter 17. We're going to look at verses 26 and 27, which say, "And when he said, 'From others,' Jesus said to him, 'Then the sons are free. However, not to give offense to them, go to the sea and cast a hook, and take the first fish that comes up. And when you open its mouth, you will find a shekel. Take that and give it to them for me and for yourself.'" Now, just as a reminder, in verse 24, the collectors of the temple tax approached Peter and asked if Jesus paid the tax. And so this is where that comes from. And so in verse 26, Jesus is divine, and by virtue of his sonship, he would be exempt from that tax. He wouldn't have to pay that temple tax, and Peter, as his spokesman, likewise would also be exempt. And this is because of the liberty that the new covenant provides from Old Testament regulations, particularly in Exodus, Leviticus, etc. However, because they didn't want to cause offense or cause scandal, they went ahead, they submitted the tax. And this is something that the early church did as well. A lot of people in the early church maintained those old covenant practices to avoid scandal, to avoid giving offense to the Jews, in hope of winning some to the gospel. And then verse 27, we see that, Jesus tells Peter to go catch a fish. Now remember, Peter was a fisherman by trade. It's how he made his living before being called to be an apostle. So Peter was very, very good at catching a fish. And when he opened the fish's mouth, there was a full shekel. Now the temple tax was only a half shekel. And Jesus tells Peter, "Here's 1 shekel. Half is for me, half is for you. Go pay the tax for you and me." The single payment is very significant. The significance of 1 shekel for he and Peter. Very, very significant. It underscores that union between Christ and his vicar, his representative on earth, which was Peter at the time. And of course, it'd be like the papacy today. So thank you for joining me in this episode of the Daily Bible Podcast. We'll catch you tomorrow with another episode as we start chapter 18. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. God bless you.